You know what it is. You know what it is. Rapper. Kanye West, another one hit with a Diddy lawsuit. Cassie U set a trend. This is what it is. Rapper Kanye West, aka Ye, allegedly stalked his assistant and sex aid her. Kanye is the latest rapper facing a S.A. Diddy sexual, what you call that? The Diddy stimulus. You know what I mean? Let's get this thing popping. Alright. Alright, you know what it is. Kanye West, man. Kanye West hit with a Diddy stimulus. Kanye West hit with a Diddy stimulus. I told you this joint was going to come out the woodwork. Listen to this all the way through. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video so everybody can get the real street content and how these things play out from a street perspective. Kanye West, who now goes by the name of Ye, was one of the most successful and prolific rappers of the 2000s and 2010s. Alright? Kanye is facing an SA harassment lawsuit filed by his former assistant Lauren Piscata, who has accused him of masturbating in front of her. Now pay attention to this, right? Pay attention to this, right? Check it out. He's being sued for SH, right? Breach of contract and wrongful termination and harassment by a woman who worked as his assistant for 2 years. Now, pay attention to this, right? Now, according to court documents, Piscotto began working with Kanye in 2021 after being offered $1 million to be his executive assistant, personal assistant, on the condition she would make herself available to him on a 24/7 basis. Now, let's pay attention to this, right? Y'all watching this. Let's use some common sense here. We're going to use some unique Mecca audio common sense. Now, somebody offered you $1 million to be their assistant and said you got to be available 24 hours. Do you think that's to take notes? I mean, let's just keep it real. Do you think that's to take notes? $1 million. Listen, all you young ladies watching this, right? If Kanye or any major entertainment figure offered you $1 million to be their personal assistant and to be available 24/7, do you think that's just to take notes? And would you take it if it wasn't to take just notes, but he breaking you off with $1 million to be available for the year? How much are you making dealing with your boyfriend? Your boyfriend take you to eat, take you to the movies, buy you a little Birkin bag here and there, How much did that add up to a year? It's not even 20,000. And you got a man offering you $1 million to be available 24/7 and labeled it his personal assistant. In the lawsuit, Lauren Piscotto alleges that Kanye sent her lewd texts and performed S-acts while on the phone with her. At what point couldn't she hang up if she was on the phone and she felt that he was playing with his tallywhacker? You know what I mean? She claims she was fired in 2022, but that a $3 million severance package was never paid. Now, you're getting $1 million a year to be a personal assistant, to be available for a year, and, he sent you lewd text or, was on the phone talking and, whatever, because he already said he had a porn addiction, jumped up, and he starts beating his tallywhacker, right? Now, you don't hang up, you stay on the phone, and you engage in this, foolery. Then you expect to get $3 million when he decided to say, you're no longer needed. You're not participating properly. You know what I mean? You're not performing as the assistant that I wanted, He done found her. We're going to get to how he found her in a minute. Now, right, around this time, Piscotto says she was already making 7 figures annually from her OnlyFans until the Chicago rap icon offered her an additional $1 million to delete her account because he wanted her to become godlike. Or is that Yeezy's personal assistant? You know what I mean? Right there shows me, right? Just, you know, me from a street perspective. Right there shows me that, Kanye had a little jungle fever relapse after, Kim. Or maybe doing Kim, who knows if he was still with Kim or not. But he had a little jungle fever relapse, right? So now he done dipped in it, started feeling it, the little walls started feeling good around him, and he said, ooh, I want this for myself. Now he wants to claim it for himself. So he said, I want you to be, godlike. That means, delete your page. I don't want other men looking at you because I done touched your walls and everything is feeling good. That's where Kanye was at. Let's keep it 100. Now, you got an OnlyFans page. We already know me. Like I said, I don't know. I've been going 26 years, just coming home. I hear OnlyFans. I met a female, right? Bad female, right? She's like 55 years old, body still banging, and she said, I want to start an OnlyFans. You're doing real good on YouTube. Could you help me start an OnlyFans? And I said, okay, what are you gonna do? She said, no, I'm gonna post pictures and masturbate on it and other things. And I said, oh, so you's a freak, So she said, yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I can't even play. Yeah, I'm a freak and I figured I'm out to get paid for it. Dudes ain't paying me for it like I need to get paid, and I want to start something where it's like the old 42nd Street. Cause she's 55, so she remember 42nd Street. She want to start like the 42nd Street joint where the joint closed and then it opening. She's in there with a different outfit and you pay a couple more dollars and it closed, you know what I mean? And then it opens up and now she butt naked, you know what I mean? And then it closed and then it open up and you tell her what you want her to do for another additional dollars. Tell me that ain't fire. But she knew she was a freak. She knew it. But this chick, Laura Pescato, no disrespect to you, young lady, but let's just keep it 100. You got an OnlyFans page, you posted pictures like what I have up here in the back with Yeezy seeing it. Look at the look in his eyes like, oh, I'm going to tear that white piece up. That's what Yeezy was thinking. Let's just keep it 100, Now, Pescato, you're doing OnlyFans posted pages so other dudes is masturbating at you. And then you get a dude that offer you $1 million, you know what I mean, to work for him, to be a person's assistant and be available 24 hours. And you don't think that includes sex? And you didn't even say nothing about sex, that he had sex with you. You said that, he was making phone calls. So you're doing an OnlyFans page. And you so offended. You offended, by him sending you lewd texts about, we're going to read the lewd text in a minute. But he sent her lewd text and then offended her, Or did it offend her after she lost $1 million? You know what I mean? And then she popped up with, oh, I was supposed to get $3 more million. For what? You know how much $1 million is to a woman on the street right now? And then you say you want another $3 million. You got $1 million for a year, you complaining. Then you want $3 million because he dumped you because, you wasn't performing right. Maybe she's trying to hold her morals intact, but somewhere along the line, in my opinion only, Kanye tapped them walls. And you know what I mean? Fell in love with it, and that's what went on, right? Now, like I said, she claimed she was fired in 2022, but that a $3 million severance package was never paid. Around this time, Pescato says she was already making 7 figures annually on OnlyFans until the Chicago rap icon offered her an additional $1 million to delete her account because he wanted her to be godlike. Let's talk about these text messages that so offended this OnlyFans, model, Now, y'all know about these OnlyFans, right? So, do you think that these texts is gonna offend a OnlyFans model that now she's at Kanye's beck and call? He traveling all over the world, so all he doing is calling her. He wanna play with himself while he on the phone, and she got so offended, and that's Kanye West that any female, majority of the females, is gonna drop their things for her. Now, check it out. Also in the suit, right? This is when Kanye began behaving inappropriately, including sending her explicit text messages, she said, right? One message allegedly read, right? See, my problem is I be wanting to F, but then after I F, I want a girl to tell me how hard they been effed while I'm effing them. Then I want her to cheat on me. Does that sound offensive when you're getting $1 million to be an assistant? That means to give an ear. That means to be there for them. If I'm wrong, y'all put it in the comments. That's just the way I look at it. I'm just so, old and gangster. You know what I mean? So let's go. Now, another one. In another text, right? He allegedly asked Pescado, right? Is my tallywhacker racist? So he's asking if it's Johnson, as we call it in our community, racist. And he added, I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black asses and beat the crap out of my racist Johnson. And that offended us so much. Oh my God, you're talking like this. And I'm posting pictures, busting it wide open on OnlyFans and getting paid for it. And it offended me because you said that. This is what she wants us to believe. Do y'all believe that? Put it in the comments. I know we're going to get some conversation out of this, right? Now, let's go. Now, right? The plaintiff also claims that Kanye was fixated on the penis size of her boyfriend and would send her photos and videos of himself having sex with a model. To me, it's only my opinion, it sounds like Kanye saying, damn, your man be boning the crap out of you. But what I want to know is, how did Kanye see her man's, Johnson, for him to be so infested with it? Like, let me give you one. I feel like riding. Right? My man tell me he riding with this chick, right? He just meet this chick, he riding with her, and, they talking, they supposed to go to a little strip club and, go hang out, drink, he trying to hit, he already told her he trying to hit, and, so they already got that established. Then, she breaks out her phone and she says, I'm real good. I like it, I like it from the back, right? I like it from the back, and I like to, ride it from the back. So she pulls out the phone and she shows him a video of her man hitting it. This is not Kanye. This is my man telling me a story. Said he showed me a picture of her getting hit from the back, and she throwing it back, and she riding. She doing her thing. She riding. You can see dude going in and out of it. He telling me, right? So now he said when they get back to her crib, they doing their thing, and she start, choking him out. You already know. So now while she choking him out, he breaks out the phone and he hits the video, He said, hey, I want to make my own video. Show me a video of you doing your man. So I know it wouldn't be inappropriate for me to make my own video of me hitting it. You know what I mean? And, so, but I think where he went wrong is he used his phone. I think he should have just grabbed her phone and did it with her phone, but instead he used his phone. He said she jumped up, ran, and said, oh, no, how could you do that? You disrespected me. Do you think that was a disrespect when she already showed him pictures of a man hitting it from the back, and now when he tried to get his own video, she said that's a disrespect? Or did she disrespect herself showing him the video of him hitting it from the back? Put it in the comments and let me know. All right, let me ride back to this. All right. Now, Pescado further accused the rapper of masturbating on the phone of her twice, right? Now, this is what she said. Said that he masturbated on the phone twice, right? So now, we already know, let's get this right. We already know she been sending them pictures of, her man either hitting it or her man joint. I don't know why Kanye would want to see a picture of a man joint, other than if he hitting it and, like I said, she just trying to show like, oh, I know how to take it. You know what I mean? You want to talk freaky on the phone. This how my man doing it, and I don't think you big enough, Mr. Yeezy. You know what I mean? So now Kanye look at it. So he said, well, I'm going to send you some videos of me busting something else out so you know that I could work my little Johnson too. It might not be big as your man, but I could work my Johnson too. That's what Kanye's saying. And she took that as offensive. Put it in the comments. Do y'all think that was offensive? Now, right, Picado further state, right? She further accused the rapper of masturbating on the phone with her twice. Once while they were on the phone, and again when he allegedly locked the door, right, with the two of them in a private room during a flight to Paris. So you on a flight to Paris, and you didn't say he locked you in a little small bathroom, so that means you on a private jet on your way to Paris with Yee. You know, come on. And he locks the door, you know. He might not think you're clean enough. So he said, I'm not going to touch it, but I'll touch myself and picture me in it. Or maybe she claimed it was that time of the month. And maybe he just decided to say, well, I'm just going to get mine, just stand there and look good. You know what I mean? This went on past. And then later, all of a sudden, now she wants, you know, she gets fired, so she wants a Diddy stimulus. You know what I mean? Now, after shutting the door, right, this is what she said. She said, after shutting the door, she claims the rapper laid down on a bed on a private jet as she sat in the chair opposite him, and he began to pleasure himself under the covers until he fell asleep. So you sitting in the chair, door locked, and the dude under the covers, you can't even see the Johnson. And he's over there doing himself. You don't even know if he's doing it. See, let me ride and give you a ride. Let me ride. Now, even in the prison, right? Even in the prison, they got a thing called a 305. A 305 is sexual misconduct, right? So, you know, that's equivalent to you masturbating and, you know, somebody seeing it. They say that you're not allowed to, yo, check this out, right? I'm gonna give you one. They say that you're not allowed to masturbate in the feds because the feds own your semen and you're destroying federal property. But you believe that? If you masturbate in the feds and you get caught masturbating, they charge you with destroying federal property because you belong to the feds, your semen belong to the feds. So let me ask you this, right? Something to put in the comments. You know, so you telling me that if while you're locked up, you know, you have sex with a female staff, she gets pregnant, who's the daddy? The inmate or the federal government, because the federal government owns the semen. You see this? Y'all didn't even know this. That's what I always say. And y'all get to crying. They follow me on Instagram. Y'all get to crying when I say Cash App on the screen. Make sure you hit the icon that says it was created in 2020. If this don't deserve a Cash App, I don't know. I think y'all on the wrong channel because you're not getting this content anywhere else. Like I said, if you masturbate in the feds, you get a charge called a 305, you know, because they said that you destroyed federal property. So if you have sex with a female staff, you breed her. Yes, breed her. You know, she gets pregnant. You know, she has the baby. Who owns the baby? The father's half of the baby. The feds, because they own the father and the semen. Or is the inmate the father? Somebody explain this to me. Let it make sense. You understand what I'm saying? So now, we're going to go with this, right? Piscato was later, you know, fired by Kanye in October 2022, just a month after she allegedly turned down $4 million a year role as his chief of staff. You telling me you making $1 million to be a personal assistant, you're doing so great, and he offers you $4 million. Do you think the $4 million, put it in the comments, y'all. Do you think the $4 million was for her to step it up from allowing him to masturbate to allow him to penetrate? Somebody answer me. Inquiring minds want to know. The unique minds want to know. Cash App on the screen. Make sure you hit the icon and it say we created 2020. I don't care if it's $5, whatever. Show some love. Okay? So now, let's go. Sounds a little sketchy. You know, doesn't it, fellas? Do you think Kanye was wrong for firing her? And do you think she's claiming all these allegations as a revenge tactic because he fired her? Put it in the comments. Let's hear what y'all got to say. Now, the model and influencer, the model, you know, OnlyFans model and influencer, claims she was effective, right? She was offered $3 million severance package, but never received the money, which is why She's also suing, Kanye for wrongful termination and breach of contract. So you get $1 million a year just to be an assistant. Who gets $1 million a year? You're on OnlyFans. Whatever goes on, he actually shut down the page. You shut down the page, he gives you a bonus, you get $1 million, and then you say when you get fired because you feel offended because he's under the covers. You didn't even say that he pulled out the Johnson and threw it in your face and disrespected you. He respected you enough to do it under the covers till he fell asleep. He didn't even ask you to lay next to him, to cuddle him to sleep, or play with it till he go to sleep. He said, I'm going to do it myself, and I don't even want you to see it. Do you think Kanye was wrong? Or do you think she should have just got her ass up and walked out the room when she, assumed he was doing it? Because I was going with that, because remember, I was riding. But I always stay on topic. That's where I was going with it. In the feds, if you're standing in the door, right, and the police walk by, and you butt naked, and you sitting there beating your Johnson when she walks by, and then she said, oh my God, you masturbating. And she goes and she writes a 305 shot, right? Now, she writes the shot, you go to DHO. The first thing the DHO is going to ask, did you see the Johnson? You know what I mean? Did you know what he was doing? He said, no, I couldn't see it. He was behind the door, and I couldn't see below it, but I know what he was doing because I seen his shoulder moving in a motion, and he had that ugly, I'm about to nut face. And the DHO said, if you didn't see the Johnson, I can't charge him with pulling the Johnson out. You know what I mean? I can't charge him with masturbating because you just said yourself you don't know if he was doing it. He just looked like it. You saw his shoulder were moving. Maybe he had a crick in his shoulder, the DHO might tell her. But he's definitely going to tell her, get out of my office. You're wasting my time. You know what I mean? Now, Kanye under the covers, he doing this. She didn't see it. So do you think that she wasted our time with this, that he masturbated when he was under the covers until he fell asleep? He didn't ask you to come touch it. He didn't show it to you. So stop it, young lady, right? Now, let's talk about all the lawsuits with Kanye. This is not the first time that Kanye has been accused of acting inappropriately towards employees, right? So we're going to read you some of the other ones. I'm going to give you some of the other ones, where he did it. In an expose published by Rolling Stones in 2022, a number of former Kanye staffers claimed that he showed porn and sexually explicit content of himself with his ex, Kim Kardashian, in the workplace. Oh my God, they're so offended. They saw badass Kim Kardashian getting boned by Kanye in the workplace, and they offended. How could I get a job there so I could see it? You know what I mean? That's what we all thinking. Kanye showed you personal joys of him hitting Kim Kardashian, allegedly, and you got offended because it was in the workplace? Oh, let's say Kanye was watching one of them big ass TVs on the wall, and he playing with himself while he's looking at him doing Kim the night before. They come in to bring him notes, and they see it. Oh my God, that's so offensive. But that's Kim Kardashian. But that's so offensive. I can't look at it. And they peek it to the side. I mean, come on, let's stop the crap. But this is the type of thing that go on. Cassie, you done did it, girl. You done create. Y'all got to make sure, and Diddy gets a round of applause along with Cassie. All right. Relax, y'all. Relax, man. Can I finish my story, man? Now, check. Diddy and Cassie both get a round of applause because they just started a new trend of stimulus. We're going to call it the Diddy stimulus because Diddy's the one handing it out, but Cassie's the one that initiated it and showed these young ladies how to get paid with frivolous joints like he was under the covers masturbating until he fell asleep. I didn't see the Johnson, but I know what he was doing, and I'm so offended, and I'm an OnlyFans girl, and people send me money to see me half naked on OnlyFans. Or maybe naked, you know what I mean? And they even call for private, allegedly, shows, and I traveled to different states to do whatever, and Kanye came in and said, you don't need to be doing all that. I'm going to give you $1 million to be my personal assistant and be available 24/7, so when I want to hit this Johnson, you there to help this slide out of Louisiana. You know what I mean? This is what's going on here, right? Now, let's get this. The lawsuit was filed, right? Listen, the lawsuit was first reported in the U.S. by TMZ and later confirmed by Rolling Stones. Right? The Rap and U.S. Weekly, which says court papers were filed on Monday in the USA. They're actually bringing this stuff in front of a judge. I think when the judge find out these claims are so frivolous, when they throw them out, if they throw them out, they should also lock the chick up for 30 days at least for lying. You know what I mean? And wasting their damn time. You know? Now, the BBC, right? The BBC has so far been unable to verify the filing. That's the BBC. Now, according to the documents, Pescado was primarily supporting herself via an OnlyFans profile in 2021 when she met Mr. West. And he said, let me give you $1 million to shut that joint down. He didn't even shut it down right. He just gave her $1 million, and then after they got acquainted, then he said, I want to make you godlike, meaning I want to make you, Yeezy-like. I want to make you only Yeezys. You know what I mean? She says he hired her to work on the first season of his Yeezy women's fashion line, and they ended up collaborating on 3 tracks from his Donda album. Kanye gave you $1 million. Listen to this, ladies. Let's put yourself in these shoes. Kanye gives you $1 million. Tell you to quit your job and be available 24/7 for $1 million a year. Right? And then he also has you collaborate on his album that you know is going platinum. So now you're set for the rest of your life, but that's not enough. Now you want $3 million because he fired you. Because now you feel you should have got more. Right? Kanye subsequently, right, he hired Pescado, right, as his personal assistant with an annual salary of $1 million on the condition that she was available 24/7. She says she agreed to the terms. Who the hell wouldn't? If you wouldn't, put in the comments and put why. Keep it 100. We don't need no rat bastard interfering. Let me ride. Please. Now, check it out. Right. According to the lawsuit, right? According to her lawsuit, Kanye was initially comfortable with her continuing her OnlyFans business. However, in 2022, he allegedly, right, stated that he wanted Pescado to be godlike and asked her to delete her account in exchange for further another $1 million. That's $2 million. Yo, girl, round of applause to you. You must look good as hell on that OnlyFans. I know right now everybody want to go see what this woman look like on OnlyFans that Kanye done lost his damn mind like this. But, I love Kanye. You know what I mean? Now, let's go. Right? After she closed the account, she claims she was bombarded with explicit text messages from Kanye, including pornographic videos. Now, you close your account because obviously he wanted you to himself, and then he sent you some porno videos showing you how he wanted to be choked out and how he wants you to, work these different positions that he got in his mind because he's frustrated from all this coming at him and the money he losing. So he's trying to use you to be his, what we call in the streets, his stress reliever. Ladies, would you take $1 million from Kanye to be his personal assistant, right? Would you also take $1 million to shut down your social media? And would you be offended if the person paying you this started sending you explicit photos? Let's keep it 100. Fellas, if this was, let's say it was even Cassie, but we can't say Cassie because we already know what she about. Let's say this was J-Lo, right? Let's say J-Lo, Halle Berry when she was in a prime, whoever it is that you like, even if it's Pamela Anderson, if you got jungle fever, right? Whoever it is. If they offered you $1 million to be the person to be available 24 hours a day, and then they was under the covers in a private plane, locked in a room with a bed in it on a plane, going to Paris with you, and they paying for everything, and they under the covers playing with themselves, would you feel offended or disrespected, fellas? I'm just asking, because the inquiring mind wants to know. Now, right? Check this out. Picasso also claims on one accusation he pleasured himself in front of her after trapping her in a plane in the private bathroom, like I said. So let's go. Around September 2022, she was promoted to chief of staff for his various companies, but was abruptly fired soon afterwards. Her lawsuit claims her severance package was allegedly never paid. You was promoted to chief of staff and then he dumped you. That means that you obviously couldn't handle the workload, or you couldn't handle his load. Put it in the comments. You think it's a workload or his load he couldn't handle, but he hired her for an important position as chief of staff. And then he dumped her shortly after. Probably got frustrated because you couldn't do nothing. You just look good as a mother, and you're just good to sit there and play with myself with. But as far as keeping the thing going and get the money going, it ain't working, right? Do you think if Kanye paid her severance package, this would be happening now? Put it in the comments. Do you think if Kanye would have paid her this alleged $3 million severance package, that this would be happening? Now, in addition to the S harassment, right? Breach of contract, wrongful termination, Pescado is also suing Kanye and his Yeezy business for fraud, unpaid wages, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Oh my God, she's so emotionally distressed with $2 million in the bank, another then getting promoted to chief of staff. Oh, she's so emotionally distressed. Do you believe this crap, fellas? Talk to me. I don't know how long this video's gonna go, but I'm riding because there's so much going on with this. Gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. You know what I mean? Now check it out, right? In the past, the star has referred to himself as a full on a full ongoing pornography addiction. He said he got a full pornographic addiction that destroyed his family. So he admitted that he admits this, and then you go to work for him as a personal assistant, and you've been showing your ass and breasts all on OnlyFans and getting crumbs, and then this man sit here and offer you $1 million. You take it, then, he don't even touch you, so you say, but yet he plays with himself under the covers, and he's on the phone. You never even said you saw the nigga joint. And you want money? Okay, but this is where we at, right? So now, he once told Apple Music, right? Apple Music, Zane Lowe, that it had played a major role in his life since childhood. Now, how do you think this played a role in his life since childhood, right? So now, this is what Kanye said. He said, for me, Playboy was my gateway into full, ongoing pornographic addiction. He also said, my dad had a Playboy tape left out at the age of 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life from this Playboy joint. From he was 5. Pescado, didn't you know about this when he asked you to be his personal assistant? I'm just asking. Now, the star, right? Check it out. The star talking about Kanye has already, faced 2 other lawsuits this year. In April, he was accused of racial discrimination and harassment by a former security guard at his now closed school, the Donda Academy. Now, a security guard, all right. He opens up a school to help the kids. And then the dude got an issue with him, and he takes it to court. And Kanye says, you know what? Forget trying to help y'all, man. I'm trying to give back to the people and, open up a whole school. And we got a dude talking about, racial discrimination. And I let everyone in my school, regardless of color, race, or creed. Let's get this right. Right? Now, this is the dude, right? It's the dude that, security guard. Benjamin Deshawn, right? Provo, claimed he had faced discrimination because he is a Muslim and was ordered to cut his dreadlocks or be fired. Just a question. I know the answer, but I just want to be funny with this. Since when a Muslim is supposed to have long hair and it's offensive to ask a Muslim to cut his hair from dreadlocks? I read that line like 3 times. I was looking for it. I said, maybe it don't say Muslim and it says Rasta. Maybe say he's a Rastafarian. You know, but this is the dude that said he's a Muslim and he was ordered to cut his hair. I mean, you know, this is what's going on, right? Then in February, the star was also sued by the estate of Donna Summers for using a sample of her song, I Feel Love. You know what I mean? Can you believe this? What a title for this situation. I Feel Love, without permission. The case was later settled out of court. This is what my girl Pescado was trying to get to happen. So now, check it out. The musician was one of the most successful and prolific rappers of the 2000s and 2010s with multiple platinum hits like Gold Digger. Kanye, you know what a gold digger is. You gave it the song. You put it on a major streaming platform. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, Kanye. You know, there was another joint called, you know, what was this? Stronger and All of the Lights, right? Now, check it out. However, his recent career has been beset by controversies. This is the way it started, right? Because we know that Diddy started because he went up against the liquor giants, and the liquor giants pulled a blanket. They had clothing them under, you know, the same blanket and protection, and they do all the other big millionaires in Hollywood and into the entertainment, and he went against the system that felt like, yo, I put you in power, and now you sitting there taking me to court after I gave you $1 billion or access to make $1 billion in the United States, coming out of Harlem / Mount Vernon, with your daddy an ex-drug dealer and nobody in your family ever been successful, and I turned you into $1 billion and you got the nerve to take me to court? Oh, nigga, I'm going to throw you to the wolves because your people don't like you anyway because we done made you so successful. You know what I mean? So this is what happens, right? So now, right? However, right, we know about his recent controversies. Now, most notably, right? Oh, no, let me get back to that because I'm riding. You know, see, I stay on topic when you think I'm not on topic. So if you rat bastards don't like my riding, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to tap out. And you already know the routine. Take that with you on the way out. Now, let's get this thing popping, right? So now, where we at? Now, most notably, his lucrative contract with Adidas was terminated in November 2022 over anti-Semitic comments West made on social media. Now, Kanye got the same situation Diddy. Diddy went up against the liquor giants. Kanye, you go up against, you know, the people that put you in power, the Jays, you know what I mean? You know, you gotta watch what you say when you use their names, you know. Now, Kanye, they allowed you to make way more than Diddy. I think at one time I read that you was worth like, what was it, maybe 5 billion or 11 billion? I think it was 5, you know what I mean? But I know you was worth over 5 billion because you was selling those Yeezys that I think is the ugliest sneakers ever. You know when I came home, now let me ride. When I came home, you know, a friend of mine's, you know, a female, she said, oh, Unique, I got to get you some sneakers. They got these new joints out, Yeezy. I'm going to get you a pair of these Yeezys. We go to the store, and they wanted $919 for these sneakers. And this young lady pulled out her credit card to pay for it. I said, stop. Never would I let you pay $1,000 for a pair of sneakers. I'm just coming home. I can use that $1,000. Just get at me and kick the sneakers to the curb. You know what I mean? So I told her, nah, we're not going to give Yeezy no $1,000 when I'm just coming home for me to look good for a minute with another man's name on my feet for $1,000 when I'm just coming home after 26 years in federal prison. You understand what I'm saying? But he was getting $1,000 a pair at one time. And they was selling off the rack. Nobody even paid attention the same way no one is paying attention to politics and the election, and that our ex-president, and we're living in a historic time where our ex-president right now has been convicted of 34 felonies and is still capable of running for presidency. And if he don't win the presidency, they're going to throw him to the wolves. So there's no way he's not going in that White House. There's no way he's not going in that White House. Let's just get that straight. You know what I mean? Now, let me finish. All right. So now, he gets terminated from his lucrative Adidas contract in November 22 over the anti-Semitic remarks. So you went against the powers that be, like Diddy went against the powers that be. But one thing I noticed, and everybody keep throwing Jay-Z name out there, Jay-Z name out there. Jay-Z knows how to, the hand that feeds him, you know? But they figured Kanye and Diddy, bit the hand that fed him. And what do you do when your dog bites you? But spank him. Right or wrong? So right now, Diddy and, Yeezy, Kanye, whatever you want to call them, they being spanked by their masters. That's all that is. You know what I mean? You're watching a public spanking right now. This is what you call a public spanking. See, I give you all these jewels. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's on the screen at Unique Mecca Audio. And of course, the Cash App is there. Make sure you hit the logo and it says it was created in 2020. I gave y'all so many jewels doing this. I've been on here for 40 minutes rapping with you, right? But check this out. Despite that, the star returned to the top of the U.S. charts earlier this year, both with his hit single, Carnival, and its parent album, Vultures. Vultures. What a name for an album. Vultures. But he still went to the top, even though his master spanked him for biting the hand that fed him. You see how this works? Oh, y'all paying attention to when y'all, I want to make all this money. I want to be a big rap star. I want to be a drill star. I want to be a rap star. I want to be an R&B singer. I want to be an entertainer. I want to be an actor. When you make it, they own you. And you must play your position. Let's get that right. Right? Now, despite that, like I said, he went to the top of the chart this year. Kanye has not yet commented on any of these allegations within the lawsuit. Did you really expect him to? That's why they got people like me. They give the real and the real breakdown. Now, legal representatives for Kanye West denies the allegations made in the complaint to the people and says Ye will be filing a lawsuit against Miss Picada. Welcome to the Unique Mecca Audio Breakdown of the Kanye West situation. Like this video, subscribe to this video, and most of all, share this video. Let's get this out there, because they've been trying to hold me back, but they can't hold back. I even fell back for a little bit, figured they might forget about me on the algorithm or whatever, because my joint just too wild, because, I'm a straight gangster. They say they don't like me because I use the N-word, and I'm too gangster and too real for them. I said, I can't be nobody but me, because you don't own me, you haven't given me the bag yet. Once you give me the bag, then you can try and shape me and mold me how you want. You know what I mean? But then, one thing for sure, two things for certain, I don't bite the hand that feeds me. And that's what they're accusing Kanye and Diddy of. Miss Castada, I think you need to, you know what I think? Miss Castada and all these other females that came after Cassie found a lawsuit should give her 10% of whatever they get. I think Cassie deserves 10% of any SA lawsuits that's filed on an actor in the similar manner that she created the Diddy stimulus. And now Piscata is trying to get a Yeezy stimulus. You see how this works? This is Cassie's creation. Cassie set precedent. She deserved 10%. Y'all gonna give Cassie 10%? And then I think Cassie should say, nah, it's not about the money. I'm gonna take that 10%. I'm gonna donate it to, battered women. Building more battered women's shelters and giving more mental health to the battered women. And I think y'all should really take at least 10% and put this towards other women that may allegedly go through what you allegedly going through. You see how I put this all together and make this make sense and make it work for you? Come on, man. Where do we do this at? But anyway, been on here long enough. Gunshots, because I had to hit the rap bastards one more time because I despise them so much and they're not welcome on my channel. Please delete yourself. If you make a crazy comment, a stupid comment, or a rat bastard comment, you will be blocked and hidden from the channel. Cop the book of Rowan Harlem at rowanharlem.com. It's also at Amazon, and you can send it directly to me. I get more money when you buy it from me. But I don't care where you get it. Just get the book. It's a great read. I got some prospects going on with some movie deals to get this to the big screen. But until then, I'm here giving you these hood reports to let y'all know what time it is. So let's tap out. And my phone number is on. I'm going to stay on till the phone number come on the screen. You can call me at 917-680-9091, right? And I forgot I was supposed to give my man, and it's late, in the video, but I was supposed to give my man, a shout out. I told him I was gonna give him a shout out. I keep my word. You know what I mean? Now, we got James C.B. Gray, right? The CEO of Hip Hop Fraternity. Big shout out to you, my brother. You already know what it is. And a shout out to Phil Gates. You know what I mean? We just in the house showing love, I'm going to holler at my man Bonaparte, give y'all some of his prison stories because a lot of y'all been asking for the Bonaparte prison story. If you don't know who Bonaparte is, put in Unique Mecca Audio / Bonaparte, and you'll know about my brother Bonaparte all the way from Washington, D.C. All right?
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. Bruh. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root